it's just grey skies. Maybe Monster's just a dreary old day. But this racing better not be dull. I doubt it will be. Plenty on the line. Constructors fight. It's in Ferrari's hands. If they just keep churning out results, it's going to be very difficult for anyone to catch them. But in terms of the drivers, all to play for. And of course, not everything is about the top positions. Yeah, a lot of medium runners, a few hard runners. Not sure when we're starting, but I'll be ready. Today I feel ready for a great race. It doesn't look like it's rain, so you never know though. Could be some unforeseen rain at the end. As the lights are on, and we wait for them to turn green. Oh, never mind. We wait for them to go out, and there is a car off the track at the back. What is happening off the start? It looks to be Bahamut and Mischief side by side. There is a ghost. I don't think. Hopefully, no one has died just yet. Just yet. Hopefully, no one has died. It does look like there has been some death as Bahamut. Mischief's found himself down the order a little bit as he looks to go down the inside of Martin. Just about avoids contact. But yeah, further down the grid, you can see there's a gap from CGP down. I feel like a lot of these have been involved in collisions. As Barnsey, no! Barnsey in the wall, backwards. Right down to the bottom. Hope he doesn't have any wing damage. Doesn't look... No, his left end plate looks missing, I think. So look at me using terms. But Bahamut still leads the pack. There's no split until 10th. So that top 10, that top 9, still in a pack. Zenix right behind Bahamut. Doesn't go for a silly move. No one dive bombs. What I can see, Dave Dykes in the pits. Got involved in that early first lap shenanigans. Still that top 9. CD's almost with them. CGP's almost with them. With CD. But right now, we'll bring up some more stuff. Position change. Only... Oh, Psycho's down there as well. Did see a Haas off early. But so far, only Lily Psycho and Barnsey have had major losses of position. As Martin into P2. CGP's now closing down on CD. And Martin goes into P1 of the race. As I will get... As you can see, yeah. A lot of medium runners, a couple of hard runners. What's gone on there? Zero flags. What is happening at the back? Martin is leading the race, and I mean, if he could, this gap from him to Mischief, if he pushes with the ERS, which he's trying to, but obviously to no avail considering the drivers behind are still in the DRS. But he's trying to push, trying to get some of these drivers to make mistakes. Now he's got no ERS left. Bahamut's using quite a bit to stay ahead of Zenix, who's just chilling right now. Mischief's got a lot as well. As there is a break from Nacero, that top 7, keep moving. Angel Shot, if he can stay within this pack, will be the beneficiary. Now, is there any moves going to be made? Don't think there will be. Come on, takes a lot of that curb. Just have a look. Oh! Angel Shot just went too far. Inazuma then clips him. We just have a look at this chicane. No, we won't. Mischief gets the move done on Zenix. He's up to 3rd. It's not what Martin wants to see here. And that collision between Angel Shot and Inazuma does mean that front 5 are gone. They can work together to secure that top 5 spot, perhaps. But Nacero's almost within range of Inazuma. Angel Shot hangs around the outside, cuts across Guido. Doesn't seem to fully. Dave Dyke struggling. Mischief has made back a position. Can he get another one on Bahamut? Doesn't have the ERS really to do so. Sauber's really struggling so far. 18th and 19th. Williams struggling as well. 16th and 20th. As Mischief goes to the move, Martin struggles. Maybe there's a collision between Bahamut and Mischief just about. And they're locked. And now maybe Zenix is going to look for a move. Look to slot behind. But this is what Martin needs. 4 drivers very close together. Oh, what? As Nacero and I think Inazuma collide again. Inazuma's involved. And look, would you look at this? Martin has pushed and he's out the DRS of Mischief. And now Zenix is going to be battling with Bahamut Zero. And he pulls out. But these drivers need to work together now to get within Martin's DRS. And Nitty Psycho down into P17. He's not having the race. He's not having anything like the race that he had last round at. Oh, I'm forgetting. At Kota. But right now, Mischief is not in the DRS of Bahamut, and he's going to have to deal with oncoming cars such as Bahamut, who's actually just not going to go for the move. And he looks like he's going to lose out to Zenix, who doesn't go side by side. Again, smart play from Zenix. Bahamut's off the track, and he's going to lose the position. Zenix goes through to 3rd. If you have a look further back, pretty clean in that mid-pack. 2 Ferraris are doing quite well here. Guido in 8th, CGP in 9th. CGP's done very well so far on the hard tyres. 10 seconds for... Jesus! How are you cutting 10 seconds? And Shiny Peachy lets one car pass. Think he's going to retire. Nitty Psycho's in the pits. On the mediums, not giving up yet. Zenix still in the DRS of Mischief. I think he lost it earlier, but he's had to burn to get back in. Can't be losing Mischief like this so early on. Right now, Martin needs to keep the pace up. Needs to make sure he's out the DRS. The gap, Angel Shot. I mean, these drivers behind have just been involved in a couple of incidents. Oh, didn't see this coming. Inazuma flies past Angel Shot, who's going to use his ERS to make sure he's just about behind. Maybe try and get Inazuma back. Goes down the inside on turn 1. Never a good move. He's somehow made it stick. Inazuma's been involved in a couple of incidents so far. This front 5 are gone. Mischief almost within the DRS of Martin. Martin needs to ace these corners now, with Mischief not really under threat from the drivers behind, who are battling between themselves. Bahamut down to 5th. It's given Mischief a chance to latch onto Martin. Still, Martin's using that ERS down the straight. I mean, all Martin needs is just Zenix, either a collision to happen behind, which will cause whoever's in 3rd to then battle with Mischief. Oh, this is very good from Zenix here. Lovely. Ascari. Got it right again. Now Zenix is right behind Mischief, and this is exactly what Martin wants. He's now 1.8 seconds behind. Maybe it's just a poor corners from Mischief, who actually seems to be struggling. His light's flashing. Don't know why. But now Zenix is right behind him. Maybe he's going to look for the move. GoBox and Bahamut going to be pulled along as well. We'll have a look. Zenix just sits behind Mischief. Thinks clips the back of Mischief, but they're all fine. And the gap to 6th is extending heavily. I've got to say, yeah, CGP doing ever so well. I don't think a Shiny gets the move done on Barnsey. Aaron with a time penalty. Let's have a look at penalties real quick. 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 10 seconds for Shiny Pichu. But Martin still ahead. GoBox with the 3 seconds. And he's lost the time drastically. Wants to stay within the DRS, however. Just outside for now. And I don't think he's going to have the DRS. But with these drivers so close, maybe he'll get back in. And he cycles in the pits. And he's DNF'd. Very unfortunate for the Haas driver. And that plays into Ferrari's hands once again. That's a main rival. Damaged. And now Martin's going to have drivers up his rear. Zenix has so much ERS, but he just doesn't want to go ahead of Mischief. He's very happy where he is. Now Barnsey pits from the mediums. You are going to predict to the hards. But Martin almost makes it 2 seconds. Shiny Peach gets another 3 seconds. But I don't think that's what he's worrying about. I think the 10 seconds is a lot more concerning. Zenix, again, feels like he has the pace over Mischief, though. Is he going to go for the move? He's still going to keep his ERS. He's just happy to stay behind. You feel like he could push on, and he could maybe attempt to chase Martin down. Once he's on those hards, he's going to go hard to the end. That top 5. I mean, the hards, mediums are now going to start feeling it. Angel Shot, you'd expect. He's still got Inazuma behind him. You expect Angel Shot to start gaining on the pack ahead, as Martin does make it 2 seconds, over 2 seconds to Mischief behind. But now, as Inazuma gets them, oh, they're side by side, Inazuma and Angel Shot. This has been a battle all race. The Aston Martin and the Ferrari. Pretty close in terms of the driver standings. Pretty close in terms of the track. As I think they're side by side. Angel Shot takes the inside, which now becomes the outside. Both drivers somehow are alive, but Angel Shot goes miles clear. And now Inazuma has got Guido right behind him. Caution. What's happened? There's a vehicle off the track. I think it was... I don't know. But anyway. Towards the front, there's a gap. GoBucks got into the DRS of Bahamut. And has got him now But now they're outside the DRS of Zenix and Mischief. Maybe that's what Zenix was doing. Just working together with Mischief, just sitting behind him. So anything happens behind, and the two can leave. But Martin, they have gained on Martin, who's gone into the pits now. Going for the undercut. Probably a smart call from him, I've got to say. As Zenix looks for the move on Mischief. Down the inside. Ferrari has to pull out. Bahamut and GoBox very close behind. Almost in the DRS. Just about. But Zenix now goes to the move of the race. Now moves into the lead of the race. Inazuma has lost the DRS to Angel Shot after that. Their shenanigans going side by side. Does mean that CGP with those hards is now right behind his teammate. We have a look. They're just outside the DRS. And it's definitely a corner cut there from Bahamut. Probably gets another warning there for the second part of that chicane. And it looks to be Bahamut now with the 3 seconds. GoBucks now with the 3 seconds. I'm just going to have a quick look. Zenix has 1 warning. Mischief has 1 warning. Whether that's collision or not. Anyway, both Bahamut and GoBucks pit. Mischief goes into the lead of the race. Guido gets us 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Devastating for the Red Bull driver as it was going so well. Mischief and Zenix will work together here, but I feel like the undercut's going to be powerful. It's probably going to be the right call, but of course those 2 drivers do have 3-second penalties as well. See, Martin did come out, and he is P11. He's got a host of drivers, host of medium runners just in front. He can't get through, and he hits the back. He's going to need to get through cleanly, and it hasn't happened so far. This could benefit Mischief and Zenix if they keep working together, and they keep within the DRS. Shiny Pichu now onto fresh mediums. I'm not sure how that's going to work. But Martin needs to get past Shizim now. Expect that position to be his. And now Zenix goes down the outside. They need to work together here. They need to both go into the pits at the same time. Surely, as Zenix stays out. Mischief goes into the pits. Where will Mischief come out? And it's a big bit of battling going on here. Expect maybe Martin's going to be helped by the fact some of these drivers, medium runners, are going to pit now. And I think he gets the DRS as well. I don't know, maybe not. And Mischief, where does Mischief come out? Just behind Bahamut. So I'm saying the undercut, it's worth it, I think. Especially for the track position, as a lot of these drivers now pit. Mischief, he's in the DRS of Bahamut, who's now 2 seconds behind Martin. Obviously, Martin's on the 1 lap old harder, 1 lap old longer hards. Mike P gets a 10 seconds for corner cutting. So many 10 seconds. A lot of these drivers at the back are going to get free positions really from this. Zenix staying out longer. I feel like, and he's going to keep staying out as well. You feel like it's not going to be it's not going to work. See what chat is saying. Let's see what chat is saying. As now Inazuma pits off the mediums. Will CD pit off the mediums. He's got no ERS left. He does. There's an Aston Martin. I think that's Shiny Pichu. Really struggled this race, probably distracted by the fact Arsenal were playing. As There's not really any battling happening apart from maybe Mischief. Still in the DRS of Bahamut. The gap to Martin's now 2.5. Could be interesting to see where Zenix comes out. GoBucks isn't in the DRS. I'm not sure how he's managed to be dropped that much by Bahamut. Go further back in a zoom on those fresh hards. Just about in the DRS of Quit Pig on those 13 lap old hards. And strangely enough, I think Zenix is gaining on Angel Shot on those mediums. I'll have to have a look at what the lap time is. Because Zenix is still very pacey on those medium tyres. Shiny Peach gets another 10 seconds. You expect him to DNF, yeah. Fair enough. And now 18 remain. CGP now pits onto the mediums. Sarah's in the pits off those hards. Possibly early, slightly too early to go onto the mediums. Mischief. He's getting close to Bahamut, but still just behind. Martin's only getting further and further away. Yeah, Zenix is putting out some pretty good lap times on these very old mediums. It's just weather. He's going to go on to... He's going to go on to softs. He comes in this lap. Make sure he doesn't speed. Where will he come out? Mischief gets to 3 seconds! Mischief gets to 3 seconds, and now surely Martin should have this. Let's try and check. Martin does have 2 warnings, however, so maybe not. That gets 3 seconds, but Zenix, where will he come out? Just behind GoBucks. He is on considerably fresher hards, and he's feeling the slow turning of the hards just there. Quick Pig gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Mischief struggling here. Bahamut's going to go for the move. Never mind, he's going to pull out, but still. Mischief. Possibly annoyed himself for getting that 3-second penalty. Times the penalties you can see there. Surely cutting the corner there as well. He is ahead of Bahamut, but obviously Bahamut's going to have the DRS. GoBucks is now 2.5 seconds behind. Zenix has somehow lost time. Maybe struggling in those with how cold those hard tyres are. Angel Shot's now on the mediums. Didn't see that. He's on the mediums and he's 8 seconds behind. Oh, and he gets overtaken by CGP. I'll look towards the front, and we see Bahamut gets the move done on Mischief. They don't want to battle too much. Angel Shot gets the move back on CGP, who went too early. What has just happened? CGP has just careered into Angel Shot. What the... What? You have to feel for Angel Shot. He got involved in a collision earlier, and that is ridiculous. Now he's just behind Inazuma, who he collided with earlier. But wow. You have to feel for the Ferrari driver. was a very good race from CG before that, but that you're going to feel like he's going to get penalised there. Just completely rear-ended him. Now Zenix gets ahead of GoBucks. Mischief. He's just losing time to Martin. You feel like maybe the battle for first is over. Possibly too early to call that. With Zenix with no penalties as well, this could be a second place for him. He can keep this pace up. Mike and CD side by side here, battling for the mid-table position. The McLarens again are right in the middle of the pack. As we see CD and Hi-Fi side by side. I think that's CD now on the inside. Hi-Fi looking to go down the inside of CD there through braking. It's a lovely move from Hi-Fi. Normally through that first chicane it's just a no side-by-side zone, but that is a lovely move from the Alpine. Glad we got that on the cinematic cameras as well. Lovely. Beautiful. Exquisite. Now I'm just listing adjectives. GoBucks. It's in the DRS of Zenix. Angel shots chances, you would say, have diminished due to the amount of incidents that he was in, and you feel like been dealt the wrong end of the stick. Inazuma gets a time penalty. That's massive. And surely Angel Shot could look. I mean, Angel Shot is still up. The gap to GoBucks is ridiculous, but Angel Shot should still get P6. Bahamut just behind Mischief, who's just inside the 3 seconds of Martin. But right now, Martin is just taking nice and easy. Got a healthy lead. Nacero further back. Nacero, Barnsey, Chisholm. Nacero turns across Barnsey a little bit. Battle between, it's a reserves, it's a Barnsey sandwich between the reserves. Nacero looks to get the DRS. If you have a look at these 13 seconds though, you can see CGP, I mean, I don't know what he's going to get for that early collision. Ooh, almost round there. Bahamut, will he go for the move on Mischief? They want to push and get away from Zenix, who's just sitting in that 3 seconds of both of them, I think. That's all he needs to do. You feel like he's too far away to find Martin. I feel like it was maybe the wrong strategy. I mean, he was still getting very quick lap times on those mediums. What is going on here? Now CGP's in the wall. And I hate using this word, but that is terrorism right there. Virtual safety car. Have a look to the leader, you can see Zenix battling maybe to get P2. See Angel Shot looking to get up to P6. Guido going to drop down quite a fair bit. I mean, there is definitely a pack right over here. CGP's gone off again. Behind Mike, there is a massive pack. You have a chance to breathe here. Someone going into the pits? Guido's into the pits. Off of the hards. Why has he done that? He's serving 10 seconds. Okay, fair enough. No, he's just putting on fresh hards. Very peculiar from Guido. We go towards the front, however, we'll see Bahamut right on the back of Mischief. Zenix has closed the gap down. We expect... Let's have another look at... Oh, there we go. Let's have another look at the warnings. He's got one first lap. He's got 3 warnings, but I think one of those is collision. He's very close to getting penalised. It's huge that he doesn't. CGP's pit for softs. Go Box is in the DRS here. It's getting further and further away from Inazuma and Angel Shot. There's Angel Shots flying past Inazuma. Inazuma tries to go alongside. What is going on here? Whoa! What is going on here? This is ridiculous. I feel like Angel Shot's getting targeted here. And now he's... Wow. Wow. I don't know what to say. I mean, I was looking at that and it just looks clear cut. Inazuma's fault is what has gone on there. CGP's out. Safety car. And that's massively gonna have a huge impact on this race. Safety car right at the end. Chat, where are you? For God's sake, get some activity in there. That is what an ending to this race. As Mischief goes off those hards. Expect onto the softs. Go Bucks onto the softs. Yeah, that's what I mean. I thought Angel Shot maybe came across, but it could have been that he got tacked. They got collected as he gets 3 seconds of corner cutting. A lot of drives now onto the mediums. I mean, with the gap they had, it's probably the play. On mediums, though. 10 seconds for Mike, speeding the pit lane. Crazy. 20 seconds. Crazy race. Unbelievable race. Angel Shot gets a 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. And he DNFs. I mean, what is this? He's getting massively screwed this race. I cannot believe that. I mean, Angel Shot, if you're in if you're watching the stream, I'm very sorry, mate. I don't know what I'm witnessing here, but everyone has it out for you. In terms of the penalties, though, this is huge for the drivers like Barnsey, Shizim, Hi-Fi, Zenix and Martin, although Zenix and Martin were already kind of set. But if we have a look at the tyres now, Inazuma's on the softs, Mike P's on the softs, Setnacero's on the softs, Dave Dax on the softs. I mean, this is really going to get set out right at the end. Woody, I don't know if it's an intentional safety car, but the way CGP is driving, I wouldn't be surprised. Barnsey has pit on those fresh mediums. So has Hi-Fi. But those penalties are mad. I mean, Mike has now served 10 seconds of them. Let's go on to the softs. Probably the right move. Yeah, very questionable driving, Mordy. Very questionable. Couple of incidents between Angel Shot and Inazuma. And then CGP. He was having such a great race before, but it feels like he's got ahead of himself a little bit. And now Mike P pits again, getting the second 10 seconds out the way. Very smart from Mike. Yeah, a lot of people on old tyres, Jumpy. I guess they wanted to keep their track position. You feel like maybe Martin was just too far ahead to pit for the mediums first time. But, you know, it's definitely too late now, in my opinion. Let's go right to the back of the grid. But I mean, the fact that the front, they're done. I mean, yes and no, because Zenix has no penalty, so he could be fine. You feel like in like the 2 laps that we're going to get, they're not going to go through that quickly. Obviously, they're going to be quicker, but Zenix will be fine because there are no penalties. As long as he doesn't get in incidents, he could just secure P2 here. And the fact for Martin that there's 2 drivers behind him, the 2 just behind him are on old hards as well. He could, again, get away. If Bahamut and Zenix also pit for mediums, then Martin would be messed up. But the fact he's got 2 drivers that are going to be on old hards as well, you know, he's got a buffer to those quick and medium runners. Oh no! I mean, I saw that on stream. That's getting removed. That is getting removed. It's more it's more work for the stewards, but that's getting removed. Nothing happened there. So that will severely change Bahamut's finishing position, but treat it as a 3 seconds. Unless, of course, you know, stewards are feeling extra angry. Very, very chaotic yet race so far. A couple of those drives like Nearly Psycho and Angel Shot. A couple of key contenders with the DNFs. Both very unlucky. It's a big chance for a couple of those drivers such as Inazuma and Barnsey. Takes time this lap. Inazuma and Barnsey to profit, and Bahamut actually all the way up in P2. It's also, I guess, a chance for Martin and Mischief to disappear. Safety car in this lap. We're going to have it nice and cinematic, ladies and gentlemen. Jumpy, I'm not going to carry Tier 4. I never would have. Ozan's going to be the one carrying me. As Martin goes. And we are... Oh, has he gone? He has now. Chaos happening behind. People go towards the front. As we can see, Martin, there's chaos happening at the back. Inazuma's round. Seems like everyone else has survived. But Inazuma's way at the back. We'll go towards the front. As I said, Martin has got a nice little lead on those medium runners. You can see Mischief very close behind. And now Quick Pig is round. I think so is Inazuma. Yeah. Martin though, there's a 1 second gap. Obviously DRS hasn't happened yet. We're going to have DRS for 1 lap. Let me sip my water quickly so he can have a grandstand finish. Martin needs to make sure he doesn't get any time penalties either. We have a look at the penalties. It's what we care about. And Martin and Zenix is now back in the DRS. He needed to make sure that happened. But you're going to see Martin, you feel like he just needs to hold on in front of Bahamut. DRS enabled, you'd expect. Now it is. Bahamut flying down the straight using his ERS. Doesn't want to battle too hard with Martin, however. there any sends going to happen? Nothing crazy has happened here. As we go back to the front of the grid, Zenix right behind Bahamut. He's not about too hard, but it looks to be Zenix can just settle here. He can settle. Obviously, 3-second penalties can get removed, but right now he doesn't need to push. We have a look. Caution. I think it's Dave Dyke, perhaps. But Martin, on the last lap, he's pushing away. Zenix and Bahamut side by side. This is surely it for Martin. Zenix goes flying round, or not. Zenix pushing. He's going to have the DRS, but Martin looks to maybe have the lead. Dave gets a penalty, but right now, what matters is will Martin, oh my god, will Martin keep it, or will Zenix get the move? He's using all the ERS. Martin, side by side. Martin is going to take the race win. Zenix going to take P2. Mischief P3. Barnsley P3. Barnsley P3 out of nothing. Oh my, what has happened? What has happened there? Of course, Bahamut, you're going to feel, will not get all the way down there. Will probably take P3 instead. Barnsley P4. Yeah, it's going to be difficult if I keep factoring in what Bahamut gets. Zenix P2. Almost had Martin at the end there. Barnsley P3. Mischief P4. So it's big, big points for Martin as he's probably shifted the championship back towards himself. Hi-Fi the reserve in P5. Aaron P6. Huge result from the Alpines and the McLarens. Guido in P9 after going for a 2-stop. Probably a 3-stop after the safety car. Shizim in P10. Nacero P11. CD in P12. And the rest. Wow. Whoa. What's happened? What has happened in that race? Hi-Fi gets the drive of the day in the game. Martin. Massive. Massive from Martin. And maybe in Constructors. Very, very unfortunate for Angel Short what happened to him. But that could lead. They're not quite away yet. As I'll say Bahamut P13. Dave Dyke P14. Inazuma, horrid race from him. P15. Quit Pig P16. And then a couple of DNFs as well. Late safety car making it very, very interesting. And I'm sure Barnsley, Hi-Fi, and Mike P and Chisholm will probably all be very happy with that late safety car. Stewards will be busy, I will say that much. But Martin, Zenix, and Barnsley, I will attempt to get them in for interviews. So I'll get in. Let me just quickly make sure. We feel like Bahamut's going to take P3. Ridiculous race. Very, very ridiculous. Hi Barnsley, just make sure you've got your audio included on the stream.
Would.
Let me know when you got it included.
Yeah, it's included.
Oh, let me turn you up. And turn my music off as well. Hello?
Hello.
Alright, nice, we can hear you. Well, we'll start with the qualifying. Are you pleased with your qualifying session?
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm impressed, but I wouldn't say I was disappointed either. I kind of got just probably below where I expected to be, to be honest. So,
Hmm. But obviously, when it came to the race, all came crumbling down with that early incident. We didn't really see it on the stream. What happened?
um, pretty much. To be fair, it was kind of two. Going into that end of sector two there, that second right hander, just
Yeah.
side by side, and I just touched the grass and lost it. To be fair, it's kind of my own fault. I can't really blame anyone. But
Hmm.
yeah, it happens on it really.
It happens. You're right. But I mean, how relieved were you when you saw that late safety car?
Oh mate, honestly, it was literal scenes. Like I was screaming. Like I couldn't have prayed for anything better. The whole race I was sat there going, "There's not going to be a safety car, is there? There's not going to happen. It's not going to happen." And then it happened, mate. It was
Hmm.
scenes.
Beautiful, beautiful for the Sauber as well. Beautiful
Yeah,
points for the
of course,
Sauber.
of course.
What I'd have to say though, maybe sorry to burst your bubble. I think you'll take it anyway. Um, Bahamut, who got 13 seconds of penalties, got dropped down to P13 or whatever. The 10 seconds of that was probably gonna get removed. So you'll probably get dropped down to fourth.
That's fine. I'll
But
take
still,
it.
yeah,
From
still
last,
top
I'll
four.
take it. From last,
Yeah,
I'll take it. So there's no
and
complaints from me.
it will be for you. I think you're about sixth before with Angel Shot and Psycho DNFing. That might move you up a couple of places. Do you feel like
Yeah,
maybe title fight's a bit far, but do you feel like maybe you can push on to be that third, get that third position?
I mean. I'm just looking at it now. I don't. I think Mischief and Martin are kind of just ran off in their own little bubble there, really, aren't they? But
Mm.
I think how things are going. If they get some bad luck and I keep getting some good luck, I could definitely see myself getting a top four. I'd like to say. I mean, I'm not too far behind. I'm within 20 points I'm within about 20 points. So I could see it happening, but I'd have to step up my game just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining me for the interview.
That's all right. No
Congratulations
worries.
on that
Thank you.
P3, probably P4, but anyway, great, very good recovery drive.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised to be honest.
But yeah, thanks for joining me, man.
No
Have
worries,
a good
man.
evening.
All right, take care, and you, mate. Bye.
In a bit. Need to get Zenix in here. This fella. Where is he? Oh, he's still in here. That's nice. Don't have him added as a friend. Crazy, crazy scenes. Oh, let's not leave the session. Hi, mate. Just make sure you've got your audio included.
Yeah, it's all done.
It's all done.
Oh,
Let me check. Can't be Alright, yeah, it's done. Alright, well, so we'll start with the qualifying again.
yeah.
How'd you find the qualifying? I know you said you were setting,
Uh,
low 19s, but still very
Yeah, I
respectable
mean,
times.
yeah, I was whiffing a bit. I had a little bit of pressure. I felt like I had a little bit to prove. I had full-time seat. They not no longer a
Mhm.
reserve, so I felt like I had a bit of a yeah. It was just a crazy one.
Mm. Well, you seem like you had the pace in the race. Was there in your mind earlier on in the race? Was there when you were behind Mischief? Did you feel like you could have been the one to chase down Martin, or were you just sitting behind
Um,
Mischief, waiting
I
for chaos
mean,
to happen around you?
I don't know. I don't know what was happening. I don't know if maybe it was like a setup thing, or he just didn't have his ERS on going through. I always forget what the thing's called. It's like the last chicane bit on the.
Is it Ascari? I'm not too
Yeah,
sure.
that's the one. That's the one. I always forget what it's called. But he always ends up. I always end up gaining time on him there. So
Hmm.
I was kind of just thinking, do I get past him and try chasing him down, but then risk mischief, just getting more DRS and then back and forth? Because
Hmm.
Martin was in a league of his own in that race. He was just running off with it. So I
Yeah.
thought I'll keep it patient. I mean, first race I didn't get pens. So I don't want to brag, but
But yeah,
so
I mean, great race from you there. At the end, after safety car, after last lap, did you feel like you could get Martin?
Um, I felt like there was a chance, but then obviously in the Scary or whatever, I saw he was still recharging, so I knew he had a lot of battery. He was
He didn't.
basically recharging.
He
Did he
didn't.
not?
He had about same as you. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, but he just got a bit of a faster exit through the last corner. I'm fine with it. I took second. I'm happy with that.
But yeah, first race as a full-time driver. I hope you enjoyed it, man.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
good. It was
amazing.
good racing.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, congrats on that P2. I'll put
Thank
you
you, thank you.
further up the standings.
Yeah,
And
it
yeah, thank
definitely
you for
will.
joining me
No worries. Have a good night.
in a bit, mate. Alright, well,
Hello.
hello, hello, hello. Just make sure you got your audio included.
Yep, I ticked the box.
Let me have a quick check on stream. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, Martin, what did you think of that qualifying session?
Oh man, well, first of all, I didn't really have too many expectations going in. I wrote it in the race chat on Discord, but I didn't really have that much opportunity to practice before today because I had
Yeah.
a broken monitor.
Oh dear.
Whoops.
Not
Uh,
ideal.
Yeah, I replaced it today though, so I had to quickly get some practice in, and I suppose it did pay off. Special thanks as always to Brendan Lee for his videos. Um, yeah, so honestly, what did I get? A P3, I think. That I'm completely fine with
P3,
it.
P3, yeah.
Yeah, if I'm top six, I'm always completely happy.
Yeah. I mean, when it came to the race, some drivers said you're in a league of your own. Were you feeling the pressure from the drivers behind when I saw you push to try and get out to the DRS, you got it. Were you feeling the pressure from Mischief or were you cruising?
No, I definitely did feel the pressure. With I think it was Elbak, Zelix, and Mischief behind me at
Yeah.
several different points during the race. I think what took a little bit of pressure off me was the fact that well, except Zelix, I think, got penalties over the course
Yeah.
of the race. So I knew I could play a little bit safer, which calmed me down because I did pit a little earlier than most everyone else, I think.
I think the undercut worked though, with
Which
that little bit
surprised
extra.
me because I think I got out into traffic, and I
Oh
figured
yeah, I
that
saw
it'd
that.
slow me down. So, um,
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, but it did work out, and then magically that put me into net P1, and from there it was a little easier than having to battle properly.
Yeah. What were you thinking though? This sounds like I'm just gonna, accuse you of something. What were you thinking when that safety car sign comes up on the top of your screen?
Well, I was scared shitless. Can I swear? No, yeah, seriously, because I thought this was going to be a repeat of last race where I would make the wrong decision about my tires. Um, but I figured, well, I'll just ride this one out. I'll see what happens if I just stay on the hards.
Yeah.
Um, I think the worst part about it though was that, and I do want to apologize about this, that really screwed up the restart. I really genuinely thought the safety car would be in the pit by the time that I would pass, which it
Yeah.
wasn't. So the game slowed me down, and I think I caused a lot of trouble there.
I don't think he
Definitely.
caused too much, but yeah, I did notice there's sort of two movements.
Well, as far as I'm aware, there was at least one penalty, which I am somewhat being accused of causing, which, frankly, fair enough. Please file a ticket. I'll happily tell everyone what happened, show everyone what happened. Yeah.
I think though what did help is the fact that the two drivers behind you were also on old hard, so it was a bit of a barrier between the quick medium runners such as like Mischief and GoBucks to then you at the front.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That helped. Um, Shoutouts to Zelix in the last lap though. I was really afraid that he would get me in like the last couple of corners. I think it
That was
was
very close.
yeah, yeah. I was really scared that my battery wouldn't last. And well, it was really close at the toward the finish line.
Yeah, but after that race, obviously, huge P1 for you. After that race, Mischief getting P4. I think it will be P5. After Bahamut's, because I think we feel in the commentary box that Bahamut's going to get that 10 seconds removed, so he'll go into P3, Barnsley P4, Mischief P5. Think that means that you'll be, yeah, I think you'll be 2 points clear in the lead of the championship.
Oh, seriously, this
Once
is
again, I'll ask you this every race. Where do you see yourself in that? It feels like it's going to be you and Mischief. Are you confident?
sorry.
Are you confident that you're gonna get ahead and stay ahead of Mischief?
Oh man, no, I'm not confident about staying in P1. I will say though, after our last interview, or since our last interview, I've become a little bit more confident that I will stay toward the top three. Hopefully.
I
Um,
think I think that's guaranteed, surely.
oh man, I'm bad at math, so I wouldn't want to make any promises there. But yeah, I really hope that I can have a couple of great races. Hopefully, some nice wheel-to-wheel battles with Mischief and the others up front. And yeah, I hope the rest will be as fun as these past couple races.
Very, very good to hear, man. Well, congratulations on that P1. Very well deserved. Uh,
Thank you.
and thank you for joining me.
You're
Hope
very
you have a
welcome.
nice evening.
Yeah, you too.
And I'll see you next week.
Yeah, it's a date. Okay.
All right, anyway, in a bit, man.
Yep. See ya.
See ya. Always very interesting to hear what the drivers think. It is very annoying that Mischief decides not to do interviews. Wasn't on the podium this time though. But yeah, Zenix first podium, almost gets P to B. Jesus Christ! God talk. Zenix P2 almost gets P1 there, which will put him very, very a lot further up in the standings than he was before. Probably too late to really mount anything other than a probably top 6 fight, maybe. Big points for GoBucks as well. But the main talking point has got to be in the top of those two standings. Angel Shot with a DNF, Martin with a P5. It's going to be closer than it was before in terms of the constructor standings. With obviously Martin winning, CD getting some points, and then VCarb with Zenix and GoBuck. No, GoBuck's is Alpine. Zenix and Nacero. You know, maybe there's a little bit of gainage going on. And in terms of the drivers, Martin's gonna take back that lead off of Mischief, most likely. And I think they've just disappeared from the rest. There was already, thoughts of will it just be a two-man race? And I think today has what's the word? Has confirmed that. Obviously, still all to play for. Very chaotic race. A couple of incidents that were questionable. Hopefully, no more from that in the future. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next. Well, obviously, I'll do this every time. Tomorrow, Tier 1 and Tier 2 take on Monza. Thursday, Tier 3 and Tier 4 take on Monza. And Friday, Tier 5 take on Monza. And then next Tuesday, I'll be here, I think. Waffling on. Watching these guys drive around China. Be there or be square.